this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know, what do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. John, well done there.
Got his name, that's Zay Jones. He's going to be brought down into enemy territory now at the 46. A strike for 23 yards. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
So that's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Buying some time right. And he just gets rid of it. You had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Chased out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. Oh, he lost it. Unfortunately, the Cardinals made it to that one first. They'll maintain possession. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. You get that first cut out to make them bleed, and you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it to next.
First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. What's coming here, Brock? It's Murray. That's another quick hitter. Has room into the secondary. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's Young to return this. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And they'll get there and stop them at the line.
The defense was all over that throw. They could stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Flushed out of the pocket. Caught. Cooper Cup makes the play. And he will take this down near the opposing 35-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Elroy hangs on to it. Elroy first gives his action over there. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. It's a complete to Kenneth Walker. Trying to get on the quick pass, but not quick enough. That winds up as a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. He is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook. He knocked him back across the line.
Cards bringing out an extra DB on 3rd down. Look at this one. If you have a one, second after a gain of about 3, leaves him looking at 4th down.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in the game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
This kick is good. He needed to get on it there, and he did. And it drops that down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Now he's Dixon to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jones. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Kids at the 25-yard line. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First and 10, Murray. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he'll get it up to the 27.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Into the hands of Michael Wilson. He got him mighty close, didn't he? But they marked him just short of the first. He's at the 34.
Okay, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Third and 1. Here's Murray. This connects with Higgins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock. And that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
There's a screen to Benson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. And creates space to take that shot downfield.
He sent a man in motion.
Green.
Another throw coming from Murray. Into the hands of Harrison. Who nearly gets him into the red zone as he's down at the 22. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Benson on first and 10. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple yards there.
Hey, that's a run that's more room on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it's largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Finds Benson out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a short game.
Look at that throw in double coverage to a running back. I don't want to live off of that, and I certainly am not going to count on it. But give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch. A whole bunch of bodies around him.
Murray to throw here on third. Puts a hit on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And 4th and 4 coming up. Now it's Chad Ryland's turn to attempt this Cardinals field goal. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive to take some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Pistol now for Milrow. It's caught. Here's that shot at it. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. It's a 10-3 ball game. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. No row from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Now, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Milrow throwing on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
At the 44-yard line.
Quick to the left. It's caught. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
The play fake. No run. He rolls to his right. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Torrey Horton, his intended receiver. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Horton down the field, and he's got it. There it is, touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks can tie it up in the 2nd half and come into the lead. Now it's Jason Myers off for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks tie things 10-10. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. Making some progress here. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own
Starting out
32-yard
trips right
line.
here. 1st and 10. Kyler looking to throw. Completed to his running back. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. It's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's going to get the Cardinals a 1st down.
And the Cardinals 1st down.
From the gun, it's Murray. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. He's got it inside the 10. And the 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. That throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
They'll run here. It's Benson. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Ooh, talk about bad look there, Bronco. And jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. And in for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals take a 2nd quarter lead. Trey Benson, the touchdown. Ryland now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals break that tie and now lead by 7.
Seahawks 10. Jack Ryland to kick off for
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Fielded at the 7. Making some progress here. It's an excellent field position awaiting them. That return up close to the 40 before he went out. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's a passing game that's asked to go from 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offensive confidence.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to just loose, incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. That's not at the standard they set for themselves.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. We'll go play action here. It's Milrow. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Forced out to his right. Dumps this off to Charbonnet. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. This is Walker on 2nd. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold it right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Milrow. Buys time, rolling right. Guess the line is going to run for it. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. It's a pick up of 4 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here we go. Milrow. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it's 2nd down.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
So upon review, Mike McDonald was correct. A good challenge there. Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks make it 17-all.
17. Michael Dixon to kick off.
We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Dortch now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
here, coming from the shotgun. Now Kyler. Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. After one play, this drive might already be in trouble. It's going to push him back for second down.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
He's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense will go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Hand off to Benson from the gun. And it's a game of 5 as we've reached our 2-minute warning. First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Murray looking to throw. This is reeled in nicely downfield by Jones. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Putting a receiver in motion. From the red zone now. Right out wide. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Kyler throwing here. He will score. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals get some late points and the lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're going for the end zone.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to stop this drive. Well, this one's brought to a halt at the 36-yard line. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the
Brings
line.
up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Gets it out right quick, and he might throw this. And it's incomplete. Way deep into the bag of tricks there on 2nd down. Expect something a little more conventional here on 3rd.
3rd down and 4.
The play fake. He'll throw. It's complete. Play made by Cobb. They'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. Here's first and 10 from the 47.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They give up the gut to Walker. He's the tackle. And they'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line.
Brings up second and 2.
Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Intended for
Cooper Kupp, the intended receiver. And what will they dial up on third and short? Throwing now on third and 2. Well, the defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. Fourth down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and incomplete.
Offense is staying out there, and they're ready to go for it on fourth down. Trying for it with Milrow. That one is caught. Horton has it. That's right at the 40-yard line. So they hit him for 5 yards on fourth down, and they get the successful conversion. From the 40-yard line now. This is first and 10.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Pistol now for Milrow. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to keep it this time. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. A nice skate of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the
Milrow from the gun.
40-yard line.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Second and 10. Milrow to throw. He brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're rolling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in. Out of bounds.
Getting out to his left. And the defense comes through and back them up and hit a fourth down. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half. Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on fourth down. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped that down now to a 4-point game.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Dorks now to return it. He's brought down just inside the 25.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Second design keeper from Lily. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Young on the return. Dodge the tackle. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. It's an excellent work to drive him all the way out past the 30-yard line. Offense in a hurry up here.
10 yards. The Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Milroe hangs on to it. This one held up after just a couple of yards. That makes it second down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. The play fake, he'll throw. Doesn't hold enough. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Offensive line fast. Third and long. Here's Milroe. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Seahawks bring it out the punt team. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
The Cardinals take over first and 10.
Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. He's able to power this forward, and they stop him at the 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffle around here in the playbook. One more aggressive call in second.
Hit it out right. Over the middle, taken in by Higgins. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. First down from the 42.
Cardinals, first down.
Give up the gut to Benson. Dropped by the first guy he had no gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Looking underneath here. Benson. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. 12 yards on that play and a good call. And that's of the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
The give now to Benson. On the move, past the 40. Shoots away from one. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals push their lead further to start the half. Trey Benson, the touchdown.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Ryland now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals drive their lead to 11. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Young on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. On the move, headed right. Complete to Walker on the check down. And he is stopped with authority there. But that stop came later than they like as he gets a good bit and that first down. That play game's 15 and it moves the sticks. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Walker on first down. And now all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gain about 8, second down.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, with those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
He let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Trying to get it with the option here. They'll pitch it to Charbonnet. On the move into the red zone. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks shrinking the lead some in the third. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big game, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter, they all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Dortch now to return it. And that hit is going to freeze him at the spot. He got stuck right at the 20.
Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's first and 10. Benson on the counter. We'll cobble together a yard there. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. It does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Out of the gun. Here's Murray. Caught this game left side. Keeps on moving into the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals now lead by 10. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. If you quarterback room to throw it up, you can find pages.
Savron splits the uprights. And the Cardinals drive their lead to 11. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Young on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. They pitch it to him. On the move, past the 40. Along the right sideline, there's space. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Seahawks shrinking the lead some in the third.
If you saw me chuckling, you know I love celebrating that run. You know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen. And they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Raleigh set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. looks now to return it. This makes it up to the 25.
Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this first and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked up.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did. And boy, what the play to take that ball away.
And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
You know, I love this game from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Now an inside give to Walker. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Will Johnson.
Let's fucking go, bruh.
Second interception of the season.
Their first pick of the game comes at an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
First and 10 from the 32. Back to work after throwing the pin. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 35-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the gun, it's Murray. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's finally got to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain.
6 yards.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for short yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Fresh set of downs now from the 39. Benson now from the gun. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be second down. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. The Cardinals have it with the lead. Just got to hang on for a little bit longer. Run picks up 6, so that means it's second and 4. Staying on the ground with Benson. Oh, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop and only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
When one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now Kyler. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second.
And his kick is blocked. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
This block right here, it's a product of preparation, effort, and determination. They attacked the soft spot in the line, and one of them was able to will his way through and get to the kick in time. Well done.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Off the play fake, no run. Putting down the field, and he's got it. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That's 16 on the pickup. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
And this is one of those situations where, Kate, even as a former QB, I really feel for these corners in this league. They got the hardest job in football, sticking the guys on these routes, and when they come back in particular, when that receiver breaks off, and that can be so difficult to defend.
Give him 13 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Burrow hangs on to it. Oh, he lost the football. And this one's recovered by the Cardinals.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Carter up the middle. And good forward, about 5 yards, it looks like. It's 2nd down now.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Hey. Hey.
Back to throw, Murray. Taken in by Harrison. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a 24-yard catch, and it gives them the first down.
Good offenses. Good play callers. Know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after it.
First and 10 from the 32. They've got a man in motion. Run on first down. Here's Murray. Motion on the slant. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
On the great throw to a nice rocket catch to move in the chain. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. Now an inside give to Carter. And he scores. That's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Fielded at the 7. He's going right so far. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. The drive will start with a run by Chabanette. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops me from the game on that first down play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Burrow hangs on to it. They pitch it out to him here. And he he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
Get him out of there. Get him out of there, bro.
Particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out.
That's good.
That one hits for 30. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Play fake, Darnold. Connects on the crosser. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. And it takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Oh, he's on the move, and so is the defense, and they take him down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
Now the Cardinals 23-yard line.
Moving quickly, trying to get set. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack. Pistol snap. Darnold. Okay, as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
That's another Seahawks first down.
Looking inside the red zone. They read that screen perfectly. Interception. Buda Baker picks it off. The 50. The 30. Gets the 10. And he's going to take this one back. And he's in for the pick 6 for Arizona.
And that nigga Buda Baker crazy for that. Woo-wee!
Through the 5 stages of grief by the time that interception reached the other end zone, Kate. Denial when they saw it picked up. Anger's return picked up steam all the way through to some reluctant acceptance. But they just watched the celebration unfold in the wrong end zone.
Ryman checks out the extra point. And the Cardinals take a 3-possession lead.
Seahawks 35. To kick off.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Here's a return from the 7. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. In the pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Darnold coming back after the pick. Short pass brought in. This one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. 2nd and 3 now. Now Darnold off the play action. Running by his back, Charbonnet. He goes out close to that 45-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 from the 43. From the gun, Darnold. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Brought in inside the 20. He takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks get it back to within 2 possessions.
make a stop and give them a chance.
Down 2 scores, and with 2 timeouts left, this onside recovery is a must-get for them. And the Cardinals' hands team secures the football.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Now Carter. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Rob. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, this is an area quarterbacks do about. Even though it's not regarded as the best movers and shakers, but Kate, play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Six yards to go here. It's third down. Third and long. Off his back foot. He's going to hurl this one deep. He's got it inside the 25. They're going to be set up just outside that red zone.
That's good for a Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They're going to pass it here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid,
The Cardinals
let him run.
for the 2-point conversion.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And he'll be taken down on the edge of his own end zone at the 2.
Cardinals 58.
Those defenders, they're just as excited as the fans when the offense signals they're going for 2. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board. This shows some of that swagger that good defenses have.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. One final shot here. Chased out to his right. And there's our last stand image of this game. It's intercepted. Sean Murphy cuts in to pick it off.
Good game, champ.
So the Cardinals get to fly home as winners on the road.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure.